Hello my friends, for today's beer review we're going to be taking a look at Brooklyn Brewery's Black Chocolate Stout. Brooklyn Brewery's Black Chocolate Stout, if I'm not mistaken, I believe is a Christmas release done in the winter months. This is supposed to be a real treat, privilege, and something to really kind of hold on to and treasure. I have my other 3 bottles of this being cellared right now. This beer cashes in at a whopping 10% alcohol by volume. Huge beer. Be really careful drinking this one. Let's read the bottle. Limited bottling, winter 2013. So this is about a year or so old now, and it says, in the last century, British brewers made strong stouts for the Tsar's court. They were called imperial stouts. Our black chocolate stout, brewed once yearly for the winter season, achieves a chocolate aroma and flavor through the artful blending of 6 varieties of black chocolate and roasted malts. This sounds like heaven in a bottle, because stouts are my favorite types of beers, and this is a very praised stout. So without further ado, I'm going to get the cap off and let you guys know what it smells and tastes like. Going to be drinking this today, obviously, out of the Duvel glass. I use this for stouts and bigger beers. This comes in at being both of those things. I'm going to take the lid off very carefully because I don't have this lid yet, and I like to collect one of every lid of every beer that I try if I can. Alright, lid's off. Let's pour it into the glass and see what we got. Looks pitch black coming out. Let's see if we can get ahead. I'm going to pour this straight down the center. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oop, look at that. Extremely dark, burnt caramel head. This thing, open to the light, is jet black. This looks like spent burnt motor oil in the glass. Pours to an easy 1.5 finger, 2 finger of extremely tightly packed, dense little bubbles. Very creamy looking foam. And like I said, this is like a burnt caramel. One of the darkest heads I've seen on a stout. Let's give it a smell and see what it's like. Huge chocolate note on this, obviously, since it's a black chocolate stout. But there's more here. I'm picking up on some dark fruits, some milk, maybe even a really light touch of like cherry or marzipan. Strangely, I'm just getting something kind of spicy, almost like nutmeg or cinnamon allspice, very faint. And even stranger is going to be the fact that I can smell just a hair of banana. But the dark German baker's chocolate really shines through in this. Incredibly chocolatey beer. I cannot wait to try this one. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Wow. That's different. Not what I was expecting, though. Surprisingly, there's a little sourness to go with that sweet chocolate. The chocolate's really big on this, though. Surprisingly, I can't taste any alcohol in this, especially for being a 10% beer. That's impressive because the chocolate's well hidden. Aftertaste, I am getting some very strong, bitter chocolate notes. That's delicious. Strangely up front, though, there's kind of a sour carbonation bite to this beer. The chocolate really does shine through, but not initially. you don't really get the dark chocolate till well on into the development. That being said, it is a very long finish, but I would have expected some sweet chocolate up front, almost like drinking like a chocolate milk or something, you know, for it being advertised as a black chocolate stout. There's not a whole lot going on. You've got a strange kind of soury carbonation bite up front, and then it's followed by very dark, bitter chocolate and roasty malts. All those crazy flavors I discussed in the aroma aren't present in the taste. It's a good stout, but I'm a little bit disappointed, actually. I won't lie. I'm going to assume that this actually probably needs some time to cellar. Where it stands right now, I'd give this beer a 7.9, maybe an 8. It's very good, but it's not what I was expecting. It's not this like legendary beer that I was hoping that it would be. I just can't figure out what it is. There's just this strange sourness at the very beginning. But then that roasty coffee chocolate just kind of builds in at the very end, and I wish that was up front, but it's not. There's just this weird sourness that doesn't really belong in a stout, so it may need some time to age that out. Not sure what it is. Right now I say it stands at like a 7.95, maybe an 8 out of 10. It's definitely a good stout, but it's not a legendary stout. Not yet, at least. So anyway, there's my review of Brooklyn Brewery's Black Chocolate Stout. Hopefully we'll be revisiting this one in about a year or so after I've let these cellar for a bit, and we'll see if it's gotten any better. Till then, hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I hope you join me for my next beer review.